Hi, my name's Abe. I'm a student recruiter here at Concordia University of Edmonton, and I'm going to be taking you guys on a virtual tour today. Let's get started. Right now, we're actually standing on the original front lawn of the university. Concordia was founded in 1921, but the original two buildings weren't finished until 1926, and they are still standing here today. They are Schorman and Founders Hall. The front lawn of the university does still serve as a gathering place for students for events, ceremonies, and our annual Thunderfest celebration, where students come from all across the campus just to play games, win some free food, and to meet their fellow students. Next, we're going to go through the main front doors, and we're going to show you the inside of Schorman Hall. Welcome to the inside of Schorman, everybody. So right now we're actually standing inside one of the original buildings of the university. Just up these stairs we have our multi-faith prayer room, which was initially the chapel where Concordia was founded. Inside, students are able to practice any faith they want, whether they need to meditate, pray, or just take a minute to themselves and find a quiet space. Above us are classrooms, and just beyond this wall is our Tegler student area. So we're going to take a look at what that is next. Welcome to Tegler. The Tegler Student Center is a gathering space for all of our students across the entire campus. We have events that happen here pretty much on a weekly basis, whether that be petting zoos, drag shows, or cooking classes. You also find tables, chairs, and other gathering spaces set up for students to study and get their papers done. Through our Tegler Student Center, students also have access to our Alan Trishune Theater, known for the drama department, and through Alumni Hall to our CSA, Concordia Students Association, and the Bolton newspaper, where every student has the opportunity to tell the campus exactly what they're thinking. Just through here is our brand newly opened Judy Cruzy Student Commons, named for one of the longest serving members of our Concordia staff. Inside, you're going to find art along the brick walls donated to us by the Budding Art Collective. On top of this, students also have access to the brand new beastro, where they can get all the caffeine they need to get their assignments handed in on time. And finally, through our new quad area is access to the newest building on campus, the NAB. Braaksma Hall was not officially named until September 27th of 2024, several weeks after the filming of our original tour video. Welcome to the NAB. The NAB building features several new professor offices, as well as a bunch of breakout rooms for our students, 15 new classrooms, 2 new lecture theaters, and 3 brand new laboratory spaces located on the 3rd floor. As well as this, the NAB also features underground parking that's sitting right beneath my feet. The new classrooms that are off here to my left have massive amounts of floor-to-ceiling windows that you'll see all across the building, letting in tons of natural light and giving students the boost they need to get their assignments done and the grades that they want. So the NAB actually features a brand new triple glazed vacuum insulated glass. That's what makes up this giant curtain wall here. Because of this brand new technology and this being the first use in the entirety of North America, it makes this curtain wall the most thermally efficient in Canada, the US. So this giant amount of natural light behind me, that was done on purpose. This is the brand new Tegler. This connects our NAB building to Alumni Hall, which is home to both our music and our drama department. Now, while Alumni Hall originally served as a gymnasium when it was first constructed, it burnt down in 1978 under mysterious circumstances. When it was reconstructed thanks to the help of staff and students who volunteered their time and gathered donations to rebuild the building, it now serves as a home for the offices of our music and our drama profs. Now down the music hallway, there are individual practice rooms that students can use at their own convenience, as well as one of the few music classrooms that's used for generalized music classes. On top of this, students also have the ability to take lessons personally from the professors and other faculty at the school. Welcome to the theater. In here, students have the ability to express themselves both on stage and behind the scenes, not only standing in front of their peers, but also the professors and family they invite to all of these different shows. With updated lights and engineering systems for all of the sound system in this entire space, it's a really great way for students to be creative and get engaged with their community here at the school. Coming through Tegler, we will get to Hall Academic Center, one of the newer buildings on campus. It finished construction in 2007, and it now holds the brand new front doors of the entire university. Not only is Hall Academic Center home to the brand new front doors of the school, it also has access to several key services for students to access across their university careers. Entering through the front doors of Hall Academic Center, students have access to our bookstore, home for everything they might need, whether it's textbooks, school supplies, or Concordia merchandise. On the left is our Student Success Center, home to several different offices for students to gain support in every aspect of their education, whether that be tutoring services, writing center help, or even just speaking to someone about their careers and academic advising. And crowning everything off is our Student Enrollment Services and Student Accounts offices. In here, students gain access to all of the different resources they need, whether it's help registering for classes, answering their admission questions, or getting access to financial aid and awards through the offices in behind me. Just down here is the final of the major resources for our students to gain access to, our Arnold Gubert Library. The Arnold Gubert Library is named for the first ever librarian in Concordia University history and had its most recent expansion in 1995. It now has 5 different stories of different books and knowledge resources for our students to gain access to. Concordia is also part of NEOS Library and Edmonton Public Library Services, So even if we don't have the book students need, we can get it for them. On top of this, students also have access to quiet individual study spaces on the 3rd and 2nd floors, as well as group study spaces in the lower levels. A great place to collaborate, whether it's in massive groups or study by yourself in the quiet study areas up on the 2nd and 3rd floor mezzanines. So next, we're going to go to the basement of Hall Academic Center to show you the 2 largest classrooms on the campus. So the basement of Hall Academic Center is home to the 2 largest classrooms on campus. They hold roughly 50 to 60 students. This puts an absolute cap on the number of students that can be in a classroom at one time. It also means that students will get to better know and understand not only their classmates, but also their professors as well. Next, we're going to head underneath the basement of Tegler. The basement of Tegler is home to not only computer labs and one of the other larger classrooms on campus, but is also home to lockers that students can rent throughout the entirety of the semester or for an entire year to hold onto their books and school supplies. It saves a lot of stress on the lower back. Through this hallway into the basement of Schorman is how we connect to Founders Hall. Down here in the basement, Founders Hall holds the cafeteria, a very vital place for students to gain access to caffeine and the food they're going to need to nourish themselves while they go through their schooling. On top of this, the cafeteria is also directly connected to Founders Hall, a first-year dormitory on campus, meaning those dorm students don't even have to set foot outside in the wintertime to get to the classes and grab their morning coffee. Next, we're going to be walking down this hallway into Guild. In the basement of Guild Hall, we have laboratory spaces, professor offices, and other areas related to our faculties of science. Guild Hall originally served as the library at Concordia University of Edmonton way back when. Now, it serves as the President's Hallway, home to our current Concordia President and Vice Chancellor, Timothy Lorman, who is often seen in the hallways, mainly with staff and students, and often has his smile plastered right in the middle of the life and culture here on campus. Now we're inside the Alan Walkovich Center. Just recently, it was primarily the first and newest building that had been completed as early as 2015. It's now home to several new laboratory spaces in the basement, as well as our design thinking space up on the 2nd floor. On top of this, it's also home to our Indigenous Student Center on campus, Kihewak Kapimihajan, which is for where the eagles fly. And that brings us right back here to the original front lawn of the university where we started the tour in the first place. Be sure to book your own tour of CU and get yourself on the campus for real, so you can see everything we've been talking about on your virtual tour today. We hope to see you on campus and have a great year.